There's just something about vlogging in formal attire that just tickles my fancy. We don't need to ask questions, it can just happen for right now. As a kid, I did a lot of weird things, and I'm sure as a kid you did also. My childhood was just filled with nonsensical activities that made sense to me at the time. But why did I do that? Why did I do any of the things that I did growing up? In first grade, me and a group of friends had a secret power that we had figured out that we all had. We didn't want to tell anyone about it. And it was that if you crossed your eyes, you could see through anything. A tree, the lunch lady, just anything. And Dylan comes along, one of the little asshole in the group, really liked drama. But when he didn't have his way, Dylan would go, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna tell everyone about the powers." Dylan was a piece of shit. In elementary school, there was always one Michael. I would be known as Michael B. At all times. Michael B. There he is, there's Michael B. Why as a kid did I not have the forethought to ask, can I just go by Dragon or Winona? Just give me a fun nickname that separates me from... Are you gonna tell me there's another Winona in the class? I don't think so. What kind of school is this when there's more than one Winona in a class? I was the king of passing notes. I lived and died by them. I told girls that I liked them through notes. I broke up with girls through notes. It was just the easiest way to communicate. Well thought out notes that I would write with a mechanical pencil. Put all my thoughts, feelings into one note. She couldn't intervene. She couldn't say, oh, but wait. It's like, no, she had to keep reading the entire time. It wasn't the worst idea in the world. I liked a lot of girls in 4th grade, okay? I don't know what it was. I was just a little horn dog. Why did I think it was so cool to draw this as a kid? I don't know what it means. I don't know what it says. It could mean titty sprinkles in a whole other language, and none of us kids would have ever known that. Titty sprinkles. Building forts out of blankets in my living room was not a hobby. It was a way of life. I would put all the blankets together on top of different tables that we would compile in the living room, and because of it, I created a majestic land in my own home. And I would invite some friends over that would not be granted access. There was not good air ventilation, and it was tough to breathe in there. So I only made time for the kids who mattered. It's crazy to think that when I was younger we didn't have cell phones, so you were always calling a home phone with multiple lines at the house. So if you were talking to some girl, some creepy relative of theirs, maybe just, you know, their deadbeat uncle upstairs just sitting there listening to your whole conversation, you would have no idea. You don't think of these things as a kid. Well, I mean, nowadays kids don't have to worry about it because they've all got nicer iPhones than most of their parents. You rich fucks. Spoiler alert. When I found out Santa wasn't real, I was devastated. I just don't understand why kids don't realize it sooner. Why did Santa give the rich kids a popcorn machine for Christmas? Or a Barbie Jeep? And why does little Jeremy get a stale piece of sourdough bread? All you had to do was analyze gifts and realize that Santa did not choose favorites like that. He didn't even know us. He was making a list, checking it twice, had no idea if we were naughty or nice. Rich kids got nice gifts, poor kids got shitty gifts, and everything in between. And if I realized that at a young age and still believed in Santa, I would just be like, Santa, you dick! And Mrs. Claus, you whore! And then you had those things that... I feel like I could just do this and you already know what I'm talking about. And you'd open it up. Always be a fun little note in there.